And now it's going to be about trying to walk these cars away gently from a heavy wet start line at Sandown. Race 3, the Penrite Oil, Sandown SuperSprint, and a blitzer from Shane van Gisbergen. A pretty tidy start thus far. David Reynolds drops into 3rd position, then Will Davison in 4th. Side-by-side action, Heimgartner in there as well with Mark Winterbottom, and it is crazy wet in the mid-pack. There's no grip out there and next to no visibility.
Mostert off. So that's Chaz who made contact there with Scott Pye, and rotation there for James Courtney. So I don't know whether he got bumped from behind, but he's had a little spin there between turn 3 and 4. But Mostert tried to get around the outside of Pye. There's no room. That's far and away the most slippery it's been all weekend by miles.
Cold tyres, they'll be at road ambient temperature as they disappear off the end of the back straight on lap number 1. Oh, and that was a big cross up there for Will Davison as well. He caught the puddle right next to the edge of the curb, and he had the thing fairly flicked sideways, but he managed to clean it all up. And it's still trying to get away from him as he's upshifting on the run to turn 11.
There's a big surface change on that strip under the Penrite Bridge there, and that caught Will out. The visibility is just out of control. Have a look at this. We're on board now with Brodie Kostecki, sorry. And when this pans out, when he flicks in behind, have a look at that. You can hardly see the cars behind. Now, what's that gap you said? It's 6. Oh, well, that's not fair. Courtney spun. So Bryce Fullwood is almost 14 seconds away in 1 lap. So even in a straight line, the things are bursting into wheel spin. Oh, no, he saved it. I thought he was off the road to the left.
He went back to 1st. It actually compression locked when he poked 1st gear and turned it right down there at turn 11. Here's the margin from 1st to 2nd. It's Van Gisbergen over Reynolds, who's cleared Whincup. It's 3 seconds from Shane to David. Whincup, Davison, Kostecki. That is Brodie. Then Heimgartner, Winterbottom, Di Pasquale, Waters and Brown is your 10.
Oh, off the road goes Davison. He parks in the middle of the road. Kostecki gets by. Nice presence of mind. So does Heimgartner. Oh, and he spin it on. That spin almost wiped out his teammate.
Chaz Mostert
a 15-second time penalty for car 4 for a driving infringement.
Jack Smith, who was really frustrated between races because he just couldn't come up with the right tyre pressure and temperature settings, therefore, to get the most out of the car as Waters fires up the inside now on Anton. He only just crept by there. He got through by the skin of his fingernails. Hear how Brodie just feeds the throttle very gently. If you can imagine the throttle trace on the car, just slowly escalates to 100%. But he doesn't want too much of a burst of wheel spin at the start. Got him.
Yeah.
Got him. Yeah, he's been able to get power to the road pretty nicely and is going to glide on down there with relative ease. It's easy to say from the commentary box inside those cars at the moment. They're playing catch every 2 seconds.
So Anton's continuing this battle with Cam Waters right in behind Percat and Mostert. Percat's trying to make that curb there, trying to tuck the car inside, but just leaps itself onto 2 wheels.
That car off turn 4, and Mostert's been in, taking his stop and gone. So the idea there for Chaz is clear air, and he's got a lot of it, Mark. He's just gone past the comm box. The next car, as he goes into turn 1, the next car in the queue for him is Jack Smith on the way up the back straight. Now, this is the move that actually had Brodie slide up the inside of David Reynolds out of turn 4 on the Repco replay. Did that pretty easily. There's a developing story in all that because he's going very...
Whoa! How good
Cup,
was that?
big save. A lot of opposite rock at high speed at the end of the back straight. Quite a bit of time to get those tyres up. So that Will Brown down the inside of Heimgartner, and that moves Will up into 5th position, and Will Davison watching brief there in the background. There's a problem with Mostert. I just heard him say on the radio that there's a broken throttle cable. So Mostert's in. That's the end of what could have been a promising run for him this afternoon. I looked at my radio scanner and caught the last bit of his name going off the screen. I thought it was his voice. So broken throttle of some description for Mostert. So here we go with Todd Hazelwood. These guys are 14th. Mark Winterbottom 15th, Cam Waters in 16th, just trying to round them all up, and they've finally got Chaz back out there. And that's in search of some points.
See the wheel spin. Cam Waters just caught some standing water, and the thing burst into wheel spin and wanted to rotate itself halfway down the main straight.
Because you can control some of that argument with your right foot.
Yeah.
A little bit harder than the fronts. Oh, and that was, in fact, it was a wide for Jake Kostecki. Van Gisbergen's in, race leader's in. Brody Kostecki's now the leader of the race. So he's all the way up the southern end of the lane.
Shane Van Gisbergen pulls into his pit base. Casey, we were talking earlier on, weren't we, about how hot these tyres get? I'm going to jump in here, just quickly feel Shane's tyre. I can tell you, I reckon it's probably about 15 degrees. Hardly any warmth in that tyre at all out there in those conditions. That's why these cars are sliding around.
Keeping an eye on Van Gisbergen, because his first sector on effectively his first proper lap is a 30.4, plays a 30-0, 30 dead for Kostecki as the fastest first sector. So he looks like he's been able to get on with the job pretty hard. There's Coulthard and Goddard running into each other in the what is essentially a straight line run. It's got a slight kink in it. Good that he locked the wheels. That makes it easier to get the gun on. That looked better.
Good job, boys. Bring up.
That was a beauty. Nicely done.
We're on board now with Van Gisbergen. We'll see Shane come past. There's Brody just in the pit exit. And there goes Shane.
So he'll give away a bit and then he'll get a bit back, but there's not much space now at the back end of it. Ooh, that's spooky.
Take it easy. You've got cold tyres. You've got 14 seconds, 23.
And that's the challenge.
We don't need to do anything. Just 2 laps from 8.
That's the challenge when they're stone cold. He sizes it up coming out of the final corner. Coming into this weekend, he'd never before won a race at Sandown, but he has been able to put together an extraordinary triple win situation at Sandown in 2021. He is unbroken as a winner in this championship season.
That is incredible. That's something you should be unbelievably proud of, mate. Your performance this weekend and everything you did since a couple of weekends ago, mate. That was incredible what you've done. Thank you so much, Cus.
Nice comments, David Couch in. That was absolutely the right appraisal. And that's the Erebus elation, because this young kid, he has driven so well. Brody Kostecki, his first podium, and the team reaction is superb. He deserved it. He thoroughly deserved it. And what a great drive.
First opportunity for him to get right into the main game and show what he's been demonstrating previously in Dunlop Super 2. But what an unbelievable performance from Shane Van Gisbergen. He is feeling no pain, and he has brained them this weekend. It's just been, it is almost genuinely unbelievable to have those couple of pole positions today and to be able to stitch together yesterday's victory and the 2 race wins today. Each of the 3 races has been nothing like the other. Fully dry yesterday, wet dry earlier on today, fully wet this afternoon, and he's prevailed. Pulled up 2 of the 3 pole positions and 3 of the 3 race victories. And there's the situation on the scoreboard. Unbelievable performance for Shane Van Gisbergen, Brody Kostecki, David Reynolds, and don't forget he grabbed the extra 5 points for the fastest lap just to rub salt into the wound. Wow.
Unbelievable. We were talking yesterday that we couldn't fathom a 17th position to first. It was the most amount of grid spots gained in championship history at Sandown yesterday